So that's it. This is Nigeria right now. Action.
Good to see you, sir.
How are you?
I'm very well. Please, it looks like you're busy, but please, the hot seat this way. Okay. Nigeria right now with Dixon Irebu today. Our guest is the acting national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, Ambassador Umar Iliya Damagum. Excellency, thank you for the opportunity. I know it's a busy time for you.
Yeah.
How's it going? How's Nigeria treating you?
Well, you can see me. We are surviving.
It doesn't look like you have slept a lot because of all of the issues happening in your party and also national issues. What's happening? The other day, the whole nation thought that before the 100th neck, that PDP was finally going to implode, particularly at that 100th neck. But it came out, everyone smiling to say, oh, all issues are resolved. How did you do it? What was the magic?
Whatever you do with sincerity, you always surmount whatever obstacle that goes your way. What we do was to tell ourselves the bitter truth and to accept reality. And if you mean well and you want your party, there's no sacrifice that is too much
to make.
So all of us, those that are so agitated, and those that are on the middle ground, when they saw the fact on ground, they said, no, the best way is that the party first before any other interest. And that is why it is easy. And you know, I've always said, when democracy is entrenched, internal democracy is entrenched in a party, and talks takes place most of the time when issues are burning, you definitely have a way out of it.
Some think it took INEC's intervention. At the meeting you had with INEC, the reality was there now made available for PDP leadership.
Yeah.
What was all of the conflict about the Office of National Secretary about?
INEC has no, in any way, role to play on how we govern our party. It's a regulator. It's up to us to do the right thing. They will do their job. We have to do the right thing. If we don't do, they will still do their job. From day one, you know that all of us were ushered in through a convention. And there's a process for everything. Litigations have taken place. At the end of the day, Supreme Court get a verdict. It's only judge that can tell you this is what I mean by this judgment. But people have interpreted the judgment, everyone is interpreting it its own way.
As it suits them.
Well, I don't know what you mean by that, but when there is a pronouncement, I think one has to be very, very cautious of what that pronouncement is, so that you don't go against what has been pronounced. Whenever there are two interests, conflicting interests, everyone will give judgment according to the way he feels that. But here we are, stuck in between argument, the judgment said this, the judgment said that. But at the end of the day, we have functions that we have to fulfill. When it meets a brick wall, we have to now go back and ask why this thing is not this. And
you did that.
Of course, we realize that we are on the wrong side of what we feel is the right thing. And what is there, we have to correct it. We are not doing it for ourselves, but for the parties to survive.
Is it Uhuru yet? Because one would say, okay, peace should not be that of the graveyard? Is PDP leadership now together, especially the NWC?
There was never any serious breach of peace other than interest. And where interests converge, then you see that relative peace. And the interest is nothing other than we are all working for the well-being of this party. When it matters most, everyone has to jettison his interest and work towards what will give the party a clean bill. And that is exactly what we have done. We've told ourselves the bitter truth. We've told ourselves that the party is above all of us, above all our interests. And there are people out there that are waiting to be something in this party until the party survives and become that other people will realize their ambition. So we've told ourselves the bitter truth, and we have agreed that henceforth all of us should be united for one common goal, that is to build the party.
So why you took that decision, the next decision from other members of your party, like the former presidential candidate of your party and other leaders, the former Senate president under your party and all of that, they all moved out more like. I don't know if officially they have reported to you that they are, well, the public letter by the former Senate president is out there, having that he has left the party and now joined the coalition, and in fact identified with another political party, the ADC. What is your reaction to that? That your former presidential candidate, the other time, the vice presidential candidate in the last election, moved to APC, and now the candidate himself seemed to have abandoned your party.
You see, I'm not surprised, because if the stock in trade is always to move out when it doesn't suit you.
The stock in trade of who now?
Those moving out, they know themselves. You know it. I don't have to mention.
Are you mentioning Atiku Abubakar? Are you referring to him?
Well, maybe if you want to say Atiku Abubakar, maybe you can say it. But I'm referring to a general. He's not the only one that have moved out of this party and come back. There are many of them. I can count several names. But me and you have been in this party, and you know it more than...
On this show, I'm not a member of your party.
On this show, you are not, but you know it. So if all the times, it's really very sad, and I'm saying it with all sense of humility, if one can leave a party that have given him all simply because his interest, or he sees that his interest will not be accommodated, destroy the party, come back, realize his interest.
Twice.
And also still feel he wants to go. You see, good thing about life is that it's a vicious cycle. What goes around comes around. For us that have remained dedicated and committed to this party, we've had our good days, we have our bad days, but we are so committed to this party that we don't see why we should be part of those that can bring the party down. And I want to use this opportunity to say it clearly here, that this party has survived all onslaught. We are not going to be the last in this party. It will outlive us, and I'm sure I'm seeing a very bright future.
So you're not disturbed about those who have left? Has Atiku Abubakar really resigned from the party yet?
I've not received his resignation, but with what I'm seeing, he has left the party. So if we are talking about joining ADC, it means you can't be in two parties, at the same time. So I've not gotten any official
Resignation letter from him.
Resignation letter from him. So,
But the aspect of these movements of theirs, how disturbed are you about it? What is the future of the party going to look like? Because most of them keep saying that, oh, one man has held the party down. That is referring to the FCT minister and all of that. How is it impossible for party supremacy to come to bear?
wait, let me tell you, let me make this clear. All those talking about one man has held the party are doing so just to create a negative narrative. Where were they when they left the party? That same man helped the party to reach where it is, and they came and realized their ambition to contest on that platform. If everyone has behaved the way they did,
there won't have been a party.
There wouldn't have been a party. Of course, I'm not saying the man has done right, but if we are looking at that aspect, we should also look at what role have we played to have warranted certain actions. We should be bold enough to also own up to our ineptitudes. It's not about blame game. We all are sinners. So let us now turn over a new leaf so that at least we give our party a new lease of life, but not to say because of this, because of that. I will assume now they are leaving the party because of their selfish interests. When the party gave them the opportunity, I don't think they paid enough dues for that opportunity that has been given to them in the past. What of others that are also looking up to such kind of opportunity? If they are sincere, they should stay and also give others that opportunity. You're talking about one man. So all of them, all their pedigrees in politics, one man is holding them to ransom. It's you know it's not true.
Well, it's neither here nor there. The point I would rather make is that one man, if he has held the party down, I think the party should be able to also discipline where necessary, especially if he has come out.
I should start with you. I should start with you because you were in PDP when I voted for Obi. I should start with you. So please, let's not go about that.
I am being accused.
If we are going to go about this, we will go back to 2015.
We won't go back.
When we were given, we were forced into opposition by force. We have the center. So let's not go about that.
So the party has a future. We'll come back and engage in the direction of the party. But you know that on this show, I am non-partisan. All right? And that is...
but you are also a corporate that time.
We'll be right back.
Nigeria right now, I've earlier endorsed this program. I was among the first Nigerians that endorsed this program because you have opened the eyes of Nigerians to so many things. It's one program Nigerians, especially big political leaders, should engage themselves with. Because here you speak your mind freely, you go straight to the point, and it's making waves. So I want to endorse you and encourage you to keep doing that which you are doing for Nigerians. Not just for the politicians, but for all Nigerians. Because all information that's being given out from here gets to every Nigerian, even outside this country. So I want to congratulate you and ask you to keep doing what you're supposed to do. Thank you.
Welcome right back. This is still Nigeria Right Now with Dixon Irebu. And my guest is the acting national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Ambassador Umar Iliya Damagum. Let me ask you, sir, this aspect of the coalition, is the PDP frowning against it? What is wrong with the PDP aligning with other Nigerians to engage the ruling party?
We have said it from day one that we are not averse to people coming back
to the party.
We've said
That
it
is members who
very
left.
clear. Even new entrants, even now, we're doing membership drive all over the country. But you don't see the PDP, which is the oldest party, which has structures all over the country, to go out of desperation to enter a party that even the leadership now is in question.
That is the ADC now. So
that
far.
will be suicidal. But most of Nigerian politicians that are today posing as somebody or in positions are members of PDP. If they truly love this country and truly sincere, they are not only pursuing their personal interests, the best place for them to come
is the PDP.
And populate, to be able to give the credible opposition they are talking about is the PDP. Because it has, gone beyond extinction. It has survived so many onslaught. So this is the best platform you have in this country today.
Also, when a lot of people feel that PDP is dead, is PDP dead? Because if he wasn't,
maybe I'm dead too. I'm talking. So if you say PDP,
because your governors are living in droves. The other day it was Delta State. The other day it was Akwa Ibom.
But you know what is happening
about
in those,
Bayelsa and all of those places.
You know what is happening in their states. People didn't move out with them, despite the fact that they are governors. You see, there are so many things that is happening behind the scene, which only them knows. And the most important thing that I want to tell you is that this government knew the challenges before them. They've known that they have failed people. They thought by coercing and harassing governors to jump into their party will give them the chance for 2027. What they don't know is that we have citizens that are ready to take them on when the time is ripe. Even the governors that have jumped ship will be battling for their own survival at that particular time. This thing is about the Nigerian people and this government. So they can jump ship, they can do certain things, but things have not changed. People are still suffering. Insecurity is everywhere. Hunger. And what have you? Arbitrary taxes. People are in abject poverty. So you think they will just fold their arms in 2027 and allow them to continue? It will be them versus people, not all these governors.
So it's not about these governors, it's about the people.
And let me also use this opportunity to say sometimes I really feel sad. The crop of politicians in this country, people now have shown that they are not in politics for ideology.
But is there ideology in
That
political
is it.
parties?
They are politics for their pocket, for their interests and their cronies. It's sad. This is what makes me sad. I'm bold to say I've been in this party since inception.
Since 1998?
Yes.
You've never left?
I have never contemplated in my state. I've been in opposition up to this moment. This is the first time we were able to win the state during presidential election. Of course, when we lost the presidential election, the momentum went down, so we lost the state.
The state.
We would have, if we had won the presidential election, definitely we would have won the state.
Talking about losing the presidential election in 2023, do you think the PDP made a mistake not going south in 2023? If you had gone to the south, do you think the party would have won? And has the party learned any
No.
lessons?
We didn't make any mistake.
The party didn't make a mistake in
We
2023?
didn't make any mistake. The mistake we did was because we felt we have enormous support. We are going to win. So before we even went into the election, people have started carrying their shoulders as if we have won, doing arbitrary, decisions, annihilating
People.
trying to say, okay, this and we didn't put our house in order. But it's not because we didn't take the presidency to the south. We would have still won.
No, but looking at it now, because that's the grouse of a lot of members, particularly Southeast people. The Southeast keep saying, that the party failed it. Because what is the reward mechanism from the party when loyalty is not rewarded? The Southeast had shown loyalty to the party, and then when it got to upholding the constitution of the party, which recognized that zoning, the party failed in that, and that was why they came against.
That thing we wanted to say, the man has left before even the zoning, and that.
Which man are you talking about?
The Southeast man, your man.
No, it's not. You're there again.
Yeah.
I said Southeast. I'm not discussing any particular
because I know where you're going. Let me be sincere with you.
Yeah.
You see, we left the zoning open.
Why so? Couldn't it be zoned? When you did that in 2017, 2018.
At that particular time, the circumstances will not permit us to do. If we say we have zoned this to any part, it will be an affront to the other part of the country. So we said, okay, why not leave it open?
And let the best man
At
win.
least let the best man. That's what we did at that time. Who would win that election? And honestly speaking, we won that election. I have no apology to say that. We won
the
it
election?
despite our high-handedness that had played into our losing. We won that election.
Oh, well, 2027 is by the corner. Is there any chance that the party is not going to throw the ticket open again? Because the punishment the party got is that very leaving it open. Do you see the possibility of the party deliberately redeeming itself?
Yes, definitely. You see, you learn. And if something happens and you don't learn from your mistakes, then absolutely you are doomed. So we have learned our lesson. This time around, when the times come, we'll do the right thing.
Is it possible that the former presidential candidate left your party because he doesn't seem to have a chance in the contest towards
I can't talk for him.
No, because what is it that would inform him leaving like that?
He has left before. Did he tell me? It's not the first time he's leaving and coming. So I can't talk for him.
If he comes back, the likes of Peter Obi and all of them come back to your party, how will you receive that?
Of course, this party is very magnanimous. People have put this party into opposition by their action. They came back, the party opened its doors to them,
and received them.
They contested,
got
even the highest position.
The angle of wooing people back to your party, because it won't be right that the leadership is not bothered about high-profile members of your party leaving and all of that. So I'm wondering, the likes of Peter Obi, who appears to be the rave of the moment, would you want him back to your party? Is there anything available for him? If he were to be listening to this now, he's considering PDP. What is in it for?
I've always respected Peter Obi. Number one, I know he left this party. I know the reason why he left, and to a certain extent, we were not also fair to him. I remember very well the issue of Anambra, as a leader there and everything. Then I was not in charge of the party, and he has no option but to leave. And his absence cost us dearly. can't just brush it to the side. And he has no any party that will be amenable to him. Even the Labour Party, he went. He was a stranger there. But the party that absolutely that is his is the PDP. So anytime he feels this is where I want to be, I'm sure you'll be surprised. You'll be received with an open hand. Because today, in Nigerian policy, you can't wish away Peter Obi. He has made a mark from nothing to where he is today. So I believe with him, we'll go places. And the party is open to him.
Okay, final question. Something bugging my mind. Whenever I hear people talk about Umar Damagum and the PDP leadership, they say, oh, he's working for APC. They are all working for Tinubu to come back 2027. How true is this?
I see these people doing coalitions as the one working for APC. Because if you are truly sincere, you have a party that is very, very strong. Why not come and see how you can rejuvenate that party
And bring people
into the party so that you face this thing. Let me make it clear to all our detractors. You see, it's a scenario that is being painted to demarcate PDP. And the same people. So look at the scenario. You have a strong party. They have structures, they have governors. Now you are urging people to leave the party, to go to another party that has no structure whatsoever. That was what happened to us exactly in 2023. We left Concoso. We said it's inconsequential. Peter Obi left. What happened? At the end of the day, we gave Tinubu the chance to emerge. With how many votes? When you pick Concoso vote and that of, we have our numbers and we'll keep counting. And I'm sure very soon, even the APC will explode. And that is when you will know that people have made a mistake of even contemplating of destroying the party. And finally, I want to say this. Anybody that destroys the house he lives in, definitely you will not have a shelter anywhere.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. As we move towards 2027, we'll be engaging more. But here is wishing the People's Democratic Party all the best as it redeems itself and possibly rebuild for the good of the future ahead. I'll see you next week on this same show, Nigeria Right Now.